Hey everyone, this is a Christmas collaboration that I'm doing today with my good friend Simply Sara. Don't forget to stop by to check out what she's making. You'll find the link in the description box. Today I am going to show you how to make this moist and delicious red velvet cake. And if you would guys, please leave me a thumbs up. And also if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified of my new uploads. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to mix together the vegetable oil and sugar. You can use a hand mixer if you don't have a stand mixer to do this. I'm just going to mix until everything's combined. Then we're going to beat the eggs in one at a time. Then I'm going to add the food coloring. I'm using burgundy, but you can use red. Might take quite a bit. So I'm going to move this aside for a second, and I have here the flour, salt, and then cocoa powder that we're going to sift in. And the reason why we're sifting this in is we don't want lumps of cocoa powder. Then I'm going to whisk all the dry ingredients together. And then we're going to mix in everything, starting and ending with the dry ingredients. So before I do that, I'm going to add my vanilla. And get one more mix. So I'm going to add this in the flour in thirds. So I'm going to add about a third of the flour that's in there now. Okay, not all of it, just a third of it. I'm going to mix it just until everything dissolves. Then I'm going to add half of the buttermilk. As soon as I add half of the buttermilk, it dissolves. I'm going to add half of the remaining flour. I'm not sure to use a spatula. Somebody's going to get angry with me on YouTube. Sorry, but then we're going to mix that in. I'm going to stop here, scrape everything. Then I'm going to add the remaining buttermilk. I'm going to get everything scraped really good from the bottom of the bowl and everything. Just make sure everything is scraped from the bottom. It's important. We really got to scrape the bottom of the bowl and the sides very well. So I'm going to add the remaining buttermilk. Give that a mix. And to add the remaining flour. As soon as I see that flour dissolves, I'm going to stop the machine. So here I got baking soda and vinegar. So I'm gonna just mix it, make sure it's really dissolved in. And this goes in last. This is our leavening agent. Just gonna make sure everything is dissolved in really well. So everything is mixed well. I'm going to add that to the batter. I'm going to give this a mix. I'm going to scrape the top edges of the bowl down the sides. Give it one more final scrape. Okay, I'm going to give this a final mix. As soon as this dissolves, we stop it. That's it. So now we're going to pour this into, just to make sure everything is well combined. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide the batter between two 9-inch cake pans. I just roughly cut out a circle the same size to go on the bottom of the cake pan. I cut out a circle of parchment. And this is baking spray that has flour in it. If you don't have baking spray flour, you can butter and flour. And then the parchment paper just goes to the bottom. So I'm going to divide the batter evenly between two pans that I've greased the lines with parchment paper. Try to make it even as possible. This is going to bake in a preheated 350-degree oven for about 35 to 45 minutes or until a cake tester comes out clean. So here are my red velvet cakes. I just took I couldn't find my cake tester somewhere here, but I just took a knife and it came out clean. It took about 43 minutes for this to completely bake. So I got my cooling rack that this is going to sit on, and I'm going to let it sit in the pan to cool for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to stick them in the freezer. So I got my red velvet cake out of the freezer. I might need to loosen the sides up a little bit here. And it just comes right out. I'm going to peel it, and first thing I'm going to do is just put a little dollop of frosting on the bottom. Just so we know that this is not going to move around the cake or stick in place. So I'm going to place a dollop of frosting in the middle of the cake here. And if you guys want the recipe for this Masson cream cheese frosting, please just check the description box, and the link to the recipe demonstration will be there. So I'm just spreading a even layer of cream cheese frosting. And I'm not going to trim this cake because it doesn't have to be perfect. I'll have videos coming in the future on how to trim the cake. Right now, we're just going to make sure the frosting is even between the layers. The layers are pretty even, so I'm not too worried about trimming the top of the cake because it looks pretty even to me. So we'll just peel off the parchment, and I'm gonna put where the flat side is facing upward. I'm just gonna turn it, make sure it doesn't look crooked, which I think it looks fine. I'm going to just plop this cream cheese frosting right on it. And just place all that on top. And what I'm going to do now is work the frosting down the sides of the cake. And my cake is cold, so it just makes it easier to work with. So after I did the first coat, I just simply put it back in the freezer, and I put another coat of frosting on. So I'm going to go ahead and cut into it. for you so you can see what it looks like. Still kind of frozen still, but that's okay. Okay, let me get it. And look at the inside, it's extremely moist. I mean, this is going to be the most perfect red velvet cake you've ever had in your life. This beautiful slice. So I'm going to taste the red velvet cake with the Masson cream. Okay, so here is the cake with so now I'm going to try a slice of this beautiful red velvet cake with this Masson cream cheese frosting. As you see, the cake is beautifully frosted. So here we have a beautiful slice of cake. It's very moist, and the crumb of it is absolutely beautiful. So give us a taste. This is absolutely perfect. The most perfect slice of red velvet cake you ever have in your life. If you'd like to add nuts, feel free. But guys, if you enjoyed this recipe, please share it. Give me a thumbs up, okay? Please, I really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up for this beautiful red velvet cake with Masson cream cheese frosting. You'll be able to find the recipe for the cream cheese frosting in the description box. I just want to say I appreciate all of you guys who have purchased items from my wish list. Man, it's amazing just to know that people really are supportive. I really appreciate it. I don't take it for granted whatsoever. If you guys have any comments, please leave them in the comments section. If you have a request, please leave it. If it's something that I eat or something I'm not allergic to, I'll make it. Please remember to live and be well. Let's do what we can to come together to love one another. Thank you so much for watching.